guys, welcome back to the channel. Jet Setting Jen here. Today we're talking all about solo female travel. So of course, as a woman, I've traveled extensively by myself. In case you didn't already know, I've lived in about 4 countries over the course of my life. I've been to over 75, and I would say I've been to more than half of those by myself. Now, I know that some of you are definitely wanting to travel but don't have anyone to go with, and that's totally fine. Today, we're going to break down the top 10 places for solo female travelers to go, just in case you don't have anyone to go with. Number one, safest destination, I would say, for female travelers that has tons to do. This is going to be for my adventurous, outdoorsy type girls. I'm going to say Iceland. Iceland is number one. So beautiful. Look at these photos. I cannot get enough of Iceland. In case you follow my shorts, I just recently uploaded one about Iceland. It is just such a magical place, has so much beautiful nature. The weather is very crazy and all over the place, but the people are very hospitable, not super friendly, but a little bit, I would say, quiet and reserved. But if you need them, if you're stuck in a situation like you're lost, you have a problem with your tour or your hotel or your car breaks down, these people are some of the nicest and most generous people that I have ever encountered. So I would say this is a definitely number one on our top 10 list of places that women can go, feel safe, exploring at night, any part of the country, and I don't think you'll have a problem here. Number two on the list is definitely going to be Slovenia. Slovenia is such a cultural gem, right smack in the center of Europe. Great hopping off point. On top of that, everyone speaks English. Can you believe that? So it is their second language officially in Slovenia. Plus, they have beautiful nature. So, just in case you're more of a city slicker and you don't really want to be in the nature, this is a very good option that's very close to most of Central and Western Europe, but doesn't have the crowds of those places in Central and Western Europe. So, this is also great for homemade stuff. They have tons of things in the center of their old town, handmade goods you can buy and take home. Think farmers markets, think arts and crafts markets. It's just such a cool place. Very underrated gem over there in that region, and highly recommend for women. I personally was walking around there alone at night, 9-10 p.m., back to my Airbnb, which was about 20 minutes outside of the old town, and I never had a problem. Everything is lit, roads are well paved. There's, still some people out and about, but definitely not a place where you really need to be concerned about being alone at night or even just generally during the day and doing things alone as a woman. The third place that I really want to touch on, because of course everyone in Asia always says Japan, Japan. Yes, Japan is number 5 on my list for the best places for solo travelers, but I want to touch on a little bit more of an unknown place, which is Taiwan, specifically Taipei. And here are some photos right here of how amazing it is. All the cultural things that you can do in Asia, you can do here. They have jungles, they have beaches, they have rainforests, they have huge cities as big as Tokyo or Seoul with excellent, cheap, and efficient public transit. I mean, what else do you need in a place? On top of the fact that I would say about a third of the country speaks English in some kind. So if this is your first trip to Asia and you are a little bit intimidated by the bigger and more popular countries in Asia, this is a really great place to start. They're super friendly to foreigners. There's tons of Western influence as far as what you can eat, like coffee shops and, just Americanized Western food. So that will make you feel at home. But on the flip side, there's tons of Chinese inspired food, Malay inspired food. So if you're just a big foodie and you love Asian street markets and the like of that, you can also get that in Taipei and not have as much of the crowds as, say, you would in like Seoul or Japan. Okay, guys, number 4 on the list is going to be Norway. So, this is our first Scandinavian country on the list for top 10 places for women to go. And that's simply because, I mean, we have to go to Norway and see the Norwegian fjords, right? So, if anyone has not been to the Norwegian fjords, here's a quick snapshot. Gorgeous, right? So this is a great place for women because of the fact that, again, if you're a little bit outdoorsy, but even if not, totally fine. As long as you dress warm, you can go there really year round. And in the summer is still pretty reasonable temperatures. I'm talking 50s, 60s, as high as 70, but it's still not very cold at this time. You might get some rain. But otherwise, as long as you're okay with this type of weather, this is a great time to go. And that would be during the summer to see the Norwegian fjords. So that's what myself and one of my best friends did. We went and saw the Norwegian fjords one summer, and it was honestly a really great and memorable trip. People are super nice. Most again speak English, so this kind of lowers the bar for these new travelers that are a little bit worried about a language barrier. You may not be able to understand everyone or all the things that you're seeing, signs and plaques and whatnot, or menus. However, they have a lot of English translation there. So this is super valuable. Of course, Norway is also great because you have a lot of different, like, smaller cities you could visit, like Tromsø for the Northern Lights. Of course, there's Oslo if you're a big city person. You have a bunch of other small towns you can visit besides those in between. And honestly, you could just take a fjords cruise from one side all the way around to the other. If you're interested in that fjords cruise, you can go ahead and leave me a comment. I can respond directly and send you more information about the one that I did. But honestly, great value for money and just a great country to be able to explore in day or night as a woman, walking around, going to restaurants, bars, anything by yourself. Never had any issues, never felt weird. And obviously, as many of you know, this is really important for women nowadays in 2025. So, number 5 on our list, as I mentioned earlier, is Japan. So, Japan is a great destination just overall for anyone. Not only is it super safe, not only is the yen down right now, which is great if you're an American watching, but it has so many temps, so many delicious food and amazing thrift stores. So, can I just say that Japan really is just an overall great destination, and especially for solo female travelers because of the fact that it's super easy to get around. It's super easy to ask people questions. A lot of Japanese people are friendly, even if they don't speak English, which I found very nice, honestly. And it's just right now, especially in 2025, a great value for money. And it's not a place where you have to worry about the things that you worry about in the US as a solo female traveler or explorer. So, what kind of person is going to Japan? Most likely a city slicker can be going to Tokyo or Osaka. You have some beach lovers going to Okinawa. You have some amusement park lovers also hitting up Nintendo World, which is going to be me next year. So, tons of things to do there, something for everyone, and just an overall great destination for solo female travelers. Now I'm going to hit some places that did not make my top 5, but did make the top 10. All right, so number 6, we have Singapore. Great destination for other people looking to go somewhere in Asia that's not as popular, a little bit more off the beaten path. We also have Finland, number 7, Australia, number 8, New Zealand, number 9, and Latvia in Eastern Europe is hitting my number 10. So these 5 that make up the bottom half, I'm not going to focus on them as much, but I just wanted to let you guys know that they are also making the list. So if they are places you were thinking about, or you're trying to get some ideas of places maybe you want to go, definitely consider these other 5 places because they're all great destinations for, just different cultural experiences. You got some in Oceania, you got some in Europe, you got some in Asia. So now you guys have tons to go away with to potentially make your next solo trip. As always, guys, if you found some value in this video and you loved the tips and tricks I'm giving you, go ahead, like, subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment if there's anything that you're looking forward to next in your travels and you want to see some info about. I do read all my comments, and if you need any help planning your next trip, go ahead and email me at my business email. See you next Friday.